I think it's easy for us to forget this sometimes because life is so fast paced these days, and we have so much competing for our attention. But we are so reliant on each other as human beings. Yesterday, this was made so plain to me. My wife and I were at Carlsmith Beach Park here on the Big Island of Hawaii, and we were just kind of hanging out in the water like everybody else, having a good time. And there was this woman who was swimming along, and she had quite the brood of children with her. And they were all kind of giggling and having fun, and she was kind of dog paddling through the water. And these kids of varying ages, from very young up to maybe 10, were hanging on her as she was swimming along. And my wife was like, "Hey, do you need help?" And I kind of turned around and looked, and she seemed okay in the moment. I didn't want to interfere with what people were trying to do. But then I turned around again, and I could see the look of terror on this lady's face. And I stepped over there, put out my arm, and one of the kids was like, "My mom needs help." And there was a little baby, maybe, I don't know, 18 months or so, maybe 2. And the look of terror on that little baby's face as I see him kind of plunging his head under the water and coming back up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I grabbed him, and the woman clinged on to me for help, and Britney came over and grabbed the kids too, and we sort of made our way over to this little mini island to kind of help them get over there. And in the middle of this, there was a sea turtle that swam right up to me, just right up to me, and popped its head out of the water and just kind of looked at us and then swam away. And they say that these sea turtles can be ancestors coming up to help us and to specifically look after the children. And I've reflected on this constantly since it happened and thought, what if we had not been there? What if we had been anywhere else? What would have happened? I just don't know. It's hard to say. There were other people around, but they were on the shore, and it would have taken a little bit of time to get to where this mom and her kids were. And I'm just so glad that we were able to be there for this. And in the process of it all and reflecting, I was reminded of a time when my family and I were greatly benefited by the warnings of a fisherman. When we had been here in Hawaii only about a week or so, and we were playing down in some tide pools, and he called out to us to alert us to the fact that there was a big wave coming, and we didn't see it. And when he yelled in our direction about the wave, I was able to grab onto my son's wrist, my 10-year-old son, as hard as I could, as this wave crashed on us and pushed us all over the rocks, knocked us over. And I've thought to myself, what if that man had not been there and said anything? He was the only person in sight. It's it's shuddering to think about what the outcome could have been. So every now and then, I'm just reminded that we really rely on each other in this life, and we should be on the lookout for these things and not be afraid of each other, that we can help each other out. It can be a harsh world, but it's also a very incredible world too. And that's it for now.